Alright, welcome back to Theory of Three. My name is Curtis, and today we're going to be talking about a plethora of things. I have no idea what. I want to talk about real quick about what we were talking about before we got here. There's a part where we warm up for this because you just get conversation going. And we're like, we can't say that, we can't say that, we can't
we
say
just
that.
pretty much go through a half an hour list of the things we can say.
It's been an interesting couple of it's been an interesting week. Week. Today, I think we're recording this on a Wednesday, which I think Wednesday the 4th.
Is it Wednesday?
It's the 4th. Or Thursday. I'm sorry. Thursday the 4th.
Thursday. Okay.
It's the 4th of May. Or June. Blah.
Corona.
Of 2019. I mean 2020. But we're just sitting here trying to figure out what's going on in the world, trying to decipher what, how crazy this place is. But it's going to be hard to focus on just production and film and
especially when
else.
there's not much going on.
Yeah, there's absolutely nothing going on.
Speaking of things that are not going on, I saw a post today where a good friend of mine out in LA ended up booking a job like a week ago and was like, look, we got production coming in, everything's great. And then he posted like yesterday or last night and he goes, well, that job's canceled because riots were down in that area. So it looks like we're not... I was like, what is 2020, bro? You can't even get work. Like, dude, people downtown LA can't work.
I've been seeing memes. Joe Rogan posted a meme. Did you see that one from Joe
No,
Rogan?
no.
It was a meme. And it was aliens in their spaceship. And they're like, the one guy's looking at the other one. He goes, we're up next. I'm so nervous. I was like, dude, that's good. That's good.
That's awesome.
But, yeah, dude, like, and that was another thing is there was another picture I've been seeing. It was an article from, I think, the New York Times. I think, don't quote me on that, but it was the caption was scientist finds 30 new species in an underground cave, and the first comment under that was screenshot was like, not this year, cover that back up. Cover that up. Yeah, it's
that's
just
crazy.
It's just crazy. This year cannot get any more crazy. Cannot get any more crazy, and I say that because like with the coronavirus and a whole bunch of other stuff, it just keeps compounding.
Yeah, like let's talk real quick about the kind of work that we have been seeing pop up though, because like I know.
Well, St. Louis has been doing sort of a lot of work. LA and New York are still shut down. They won't let any.
It's kind of crazy to think that in St. Louis of all cities are doing more projects. Like I know a couple of guys have been getting on some smaller projects. Like I know one guy I know was. 18 a couple of days ago for like a single day shoot, but obviously it's not sustainable. Everybody has like backup jobs, which is
you know
obvious.
what backup jobs are?
Unemployment, which is crazy. It's crazy to think that that's the thing.
What are the unemployment numbers at now?
10 12 million, I would assume.
I was at 33 million.
Wait, what?
Wait, like a month ago, dude.
Wow.
Yeah, hold on.
Well, but if you're a nurse, why aren't you entitled to the
don't, bro, I swear to God, don't. You're gonna get me on a rant. No, like we have been seeing some good progress though. I know that which, not to be, political here, but it is funny that everything of the riots is going down and they're opening up with the fact that there's new cases of corona, and there was like 12,000 or something that was like confirmed new cases, and just because of the riots everybody getting close. Bro, I at this point I'm just like, yo, let Darwinian work, it's work. Like let's just go.
Well, but that's the thing. See, I'm gonna get political here.
It's so impossible to not.
But again, we're gonna voice our opinion at one point during this podcast. But I mean, we've been just trying to stay busy. I worked a job on Monday and just trying to stay busy in that sense. Just try to keep the rhythm going. We're not posting all that much on Instagram, which is surprising. Just trying to keep low, keep the money in, keep the money coming in, and from there in. But it's a crazy time.
Few jobs that do pop up though. Like I know that I saw some like in-house stuff is being shot for what do you call it? Under Armour. I know a couple of guys were on a set for what's that? What's that big?
Is it a clothing brand?
No, NASCAR. Somebody,
okay.
They were shooting some commercial stuff for NASCAR because NASCAR has been, I think, something along the lines of doing like a full streaming deal and like 3D and some like really bizarre, crazy stuff.
They said that. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know any details on it, so don't quote me on it. But it was apparently some like really cool new technology they're going to be doing for like live streaming not live streaming, but just broadcasting what the event is.
Yeah, they're going to be streaming NASCAR, which is crazy.
Yeah,
you can actually
That's dope though, and the fact like there was one with somebody was saying they're going to do like a in-house 360 camera where you can move around the camera as the guy's driving, and you could look around and watch the race. You can choose drivers and like watch. Like that sounds like the coolest thing ever. That's just amazing. You get to see the driver in real time, and like if you have VR, like imagine you could just sit and look around and watch and
like a passenger.
Dude, that's insane.
It's crazy.
But like outside of all the smaller projects,
Think of him wrecking. You're like,
oh,
you're in a fire.
You give PTSD to an 11-year-old like halfway across the country. Like, Mom, I wrecked. He's foaming at the mouth like, what did you do to my son?
You should have had a fire. Cuts to he's got a fire suit on, sitting in his living room. You're not gonna burn on.
Quiet, Mom. I'm in the middle of the race. We're seventh.
We're leaking oil. I think we're gonna catch fire.
No, but there's some really cool stuff that's going down. I know that like in all different industries, people have been extremely creative about how to connect with other people. I know that like there are certain airplanes. Like I have a DP friend of mine from Colorado. He was posting today that he was flying via Southwest and they didn't require face masks anymore. And so like they still distance everybody, but you didn't have to wear a mask, which I think is fantastic.
Well, I literally just lost the train of thought. I was gonna ask you a question.
That train went to nowhere.
Yeah, it did. It went.
Or that meme where it's just like the train's trying to go through that tunnel. It's like, oh!
What was I gonna say? I can't remember what I was gonna say. But anyway, work. I was gonna say something about work.
Wow, dude.
I'm blanking.
Just Corona.
So bad.
Corona. It's all Corona. Dude, what was the thing that happened yesterday? I know there's been a lot of protests and stuff going on, and I know that there's been a lot of guys that I've seen that are literally running around with like Reds and Alexas,
trying to document.
Yeah, documenting the riots. Because and a lot of guys, which I highly respect that. No matter what side of this argument you have to be on, or whether you're neutral on it, it doesn't matter. The idea of filming this because you're preserving it for future generations to see, and not only that, but like it's history. You're filming history and like doing so in a good format and a good quality. Like I absolutely applaud.
Yeah, but here's no, I can't say that.
No, and to amend my last statement where I said 33 million to be exact, it's 28.5 as of May.
Wow, dude, that's
so.
crazy.
Good grief.
It's almost at 20%.
Like, there's a couple of, like, I'm not going to name names. There's a couple of grips in St. Louis that are on unemployment. I know at least one AC that I know of that's on it. I know a costume designer that's on our.
Yeah, but those are the people that are actually posting about they filed for it. Who knows? Who knows who applied for it and doesn't say a thing? I wouldn't be posting online saying, "Hey, I got an employment check. Hey." True. I wonder
where those numbers are coming from. Like it would be from not the DOJ. What am I saying?
I don't know, but I'm getting it from CNN. Take it as you wish.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But like I do know that I've been working outside of just film obviously because like as a DP there's zero work here unless you're tied into like a large agency that's pulling like tiny trickling work from some corporate office. I have noticed that like while I've been out and about, like people are extremely friendly. Like they seem to be, I don't know, like we were near a park one day, or yesterday we were near a park, and like in that vicinity, I think I probably saw like 300-400 people, and they weren't like activists. They were just walking, jogging with their dog, with their kids. So it's nice. It's nice to see, and it's kind of strange to think like. I know St. Louis did an article about 2 weeks ago saying that people or the parks in St. Louis have had more action in the past month than it has in the past like 8 years.
What do you mean by
combined.
Action?
Like they were getting it on. Throwing all cooped up and everything, getting it on. No, I really do feel that there's been fantastic positive outcomes of all of this. I do know that with the protests, I feel like people are. I don't know. It's really weird to think that people can have protests during the evening and at night, and also during the day. I can see people just having tea and coffee. I saw like the cutest group. It was like two moms, two dads, with like a couple of grandparents, and for some reason it was a shocking thing because it was a white couple, a black couple, and a Chinese couple. The Chinese couple was the older couple, and they were all just sitting around having dinner at this, or like breakfast, brunch, whatever, at this cafe, and all their kids were just playing and hanging out, and they acted like, based off of where I was, acted like nothing was wrong, acted like nothing was going on. They weren't talking about politics. They were talking about like summer vacation ideas and what they're gonna do when all this stuff is over. Dude, it made me happy. It was the little things like that make me happy and give me like this idea that outside of because as somebody that loves telling stories, I look at that and it makes me realize over and over again that there are people out there that they don't care. It's not like in a bad way. They just don't care. It's not about color. It's not about race. It's not about like where your money is. It's people, and they were hanging out and they were having a great time, and it was just enjoyable to see.
Yeah.
But yeah, anything in film news, guys? Like anything like movies shut down. There's like I don't know if anything's gonna be coming out in the next couple of months. Really, the only people that I know that like are actually doing things are animated houses.
Like, I have no idea. There's just a lot of post stuff happening, and a lot of companies saying "We are with you," which are like the most cringy things you can say. We will get through this together. Yeah. It's like
virtue signaling.
How many people have written this script? They must have written one script, sent it all to the companies, and the companies were like, "Great, we'll do it." We have to add this line into the thing. We will be with you to get through this hard time. I don't know. But still give us your money, and our prices have stayed the same. But we will get through this together.
What's the one commercial that keeps being
We're still making plenty of money.
Yeah. Hyundai. Have you seen the Hyundai commercial? It's just like with 0 down and 0 interest, you have 0 excuses to not get into a new Hyundai. And I heard that a couple of times, and then it dawned on me, like how arrogant must you be to say, because we are offering 0 down, even though we are going to you later, and even though it is 0 interest now until later it's like 9%, I have 0 excuses. Really, excuses. I have to give you an excuse for not buying your car. The car that I think is I have 0 excuses. You could have done 0 reasons. 0, like any other word than excuses. And it just cringes me out to think that this company right now, especially considering the monetary issues that everybody's having, is like, yeah, no, that's going to work. That's going to go real good. That people want to love that.
I think there's a lot of companies that are doing well right now, too.
Yeah. Oh, companies are doing
Walmart
fantastic.
and Kroger and Aldi
Amazon.
And
Jeff Bezos is just straight up like make it rain.
Dude.
Woo! He's making money, dude.
His wife is probably so mad. She probably could have stayed with him for a couple more years.
Oh, dude.
She's like, the pandemic. I should have waited till after the pandemic.
Yo, what's shocking though is the fact that like there was like a whole article where he and his wife still get together, or his ex-wife, and still have dinner with the kids. And they do this whole thing with like, and again,
who pays? Does he pay or she pay? Who's richer?
Whoever has more money in their wallet.
Oh, true.
That's what I would assume.
Well, is it based on who stole whose money, or?
Yo, again, I'm not. I personally think I think that she earned that money because she was there when he had nothing. Yeah. Like they were there together. See, so I heard a really funny thing about like the whole Basketball Wives. It's Basketball Wives, where these wives or these women marry these guys that are worth like hundreds of millions, and then they become like these rich, and they get on this TV show and talk about their extravagant lives, and they act like they've earned any of that, like they did anything.
They did.
Yeah.
They earned it. They seduced the guy. Got them to...
They flashed him a couple times. It was like, get that booty, and then it was over.
Hey, no, you know how competitive that scene is? We have no idea what that is.
True. You don't know the sacrifices to get in that.
You have no idea how low those blouses have to be cut. You know?
No,
how high the miniskirt needs to be.
I think there's a good divide where people like that don't deserve that money, especially if they get married. They are married to this guy for like 2 or 3 years. This guy who made himself without any help, and then they get divorced and take half his money. And then you got people like Jeff Bezos' wife, where she was there helping him as an accountant when they had nothing. And then fast forward 15 years, and now she's a billionaire. Like, that doesn't bother me at all. She was there at the beginning. She ate Cheerios. She ate ramen, right? That's fine. But then you have the other flip side. Why are we getting into this subject? We gotta stop. We gotta stop. Bro, we are so off track here.
You know why she left? He had a full head of hair back in the 90s.
Dude, hey, they say...
The guy looks good with the bald head. I'll tell you, man.
Dude, you know what I'm saying? He needs to grow a beard. Like, the bald with the beard.
I thought he had a beard.
I think
he has a short little...
Dude, he needs to grow, like, a full beard, though. Like, straight up... Like God of War level, just walking in the first trillionaire, he needs to have his own soundtrack written. The guy is just rolling in the cash. But yeah, like outside of like the industry and like so on and so forth. I know we were talking about this before the we started the podcast, but have you guys seen any like new material or new content that you guys thought was good? Any new movies, TV shows?
It's interesting. I was telling you guys. I'm not gonna reiterate what we just said about a movie called Prince of Persia. It had Jaron Holland. I've never really. The only movie that I've ever seen with him in it that I've really liked was
Brokeback
Jarhead.
Mountain.
No, Jarhead. Brokeback Mountain. Good God. That's got Gleason? What's his name?
Heath
Ledger.
Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger. Yeah, but
dude, you know it'd be funny if Heath Gleason heard you say that, and then like he listens to the podcast and he go, "What?"
Well, I said Heath Gleason earlier, and I was like, "That's why." I said.
Heath Gleason's a friend of ours in the industry. He lives down in Florida.
Florida or Georgia?
Florida. Yeah.
But yeah,
Heath Gleason and Jake Gyllenhaal from Back Mountain.
But he was in Jarhead, which I really liked, and then this movie, it was okay. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it, but the concept of the actual movie was cool.
Yeah. And
the effects of him pressing that dagger looked really cool. Yeah. But overall,
yeah, Prince of Persia I think was pretty dope. Like as an overall movie, when it comes to standalone movies from Disney, yeah, I think it was pretty solid. I know it affected me because when I saw like the Sands of Time kind of concept, I mean that's obviously played into a lot of different genres, but they did a fantastic job. I mean it's Disney. How do you mess up?
Yeah.
I personally think that it's designed for the Sands of Time, and some of the graphics was better than the new Aladdin movie. Dude, in every way.
Yes.
Yeah, like, I saw the new Aladdin movie.
100%.
Like, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like... Okay, so back up 2017, 2018, Cinderella. Right, the new Cinderella that came out.
Never seen
with Emma Watson and whatever his other name is.
Wasn't Emma Watson, though.
Yeah, Emma Watson played... Yeah.
Cinderella?
Cinderella, yes. The new Cinderella.
What?
Yeah. And honestly, perfect. She's British. She has the accent. She fits perfectly in that. She can sing. That movie was one of the few movies that I've seen, and Maleficent maybe, but it had the original Disney feel, right?
Oh, wait a minute.
Visually, it was good. Like it was a solid Disney movie. What
was the one with the Beast thing?
Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, Beauty and the Beast. Yeah,
Wait, am I thinking of the same movie or thinking of a different movie?
See, that's what I'm thinking. I don't. Oh, Cinderella might be the same movie, but I think Beauty and the Beast was the one that you're thinking of. Because it had what's his name from Game of Thrones? Robert. What's his name? He plays also in Bodyguard. I can see his face.
Yeah, you're right. It's Beauty and the Beast. I don't know why I said Cinderella.
Okay.
Beauty and the Beast.
Because I was like, wait a minute, Cinderella hasn't been out in a while.
Well, Cinderella. There was a new Cinderella movie that came out.
But that doesn't have
Ellie. I don't remember her name.
But that doesn't have Emma Watson as the main character.
Yeah. Does it? No. That's Emma Watson.
Good God, I'm so bad.
Yeah.
Sorry,
that's what I meant.
Scroll down to make sure that the look at the cast on
No,
this.
dude, it is her.
I know, but the
Emma
guy.
Watson. No, Dan Stevens.
Okay, there's a new
and
movie.
then Chris Evans. Yeah.
Can you look up the actor from Game of Thrones that played Robb Stark? What's his name? He also played in Bodyguard.
What's he in?
He's Robb in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, but what movie are you talking about?
There's a movie that he's in that's a Disney movie.
Really?
Yes, and I can't think. I thought it was Beauty and the Beast. I could have swore it was. I don't know. We gotta keep this more interesting because we're just waiting.
We're literally hunting people down.
Can you? What's his name?
Play by.
Yeah.
Come on.
Richard Madison.
Richard Madison.
Okay, look him up.
We also want to talk about another Aladdin level Disney movie. Talk about Cats.
Oh, dude, no, that Cats was so bad. Even what's his name? Even he's a night show host. What's his name? James Corden.
Yeah.
Said it was bad.
Yeah.
He ranked,
Cats.
Yeah, he ranked those.
Ian McClellan never did do any publicity for it on his side.
Wait, really?
Why would you?
Yeah, he was in it.
So he's Cinderella. That's the one.
Okay.
So yeah,
see, we had us flipped.
Holy, that was so weird. Inception. No. So he plays the love interest in Cinderella.
Cinderella.
Who's Cinderella?
I've not seen that movie. I've just
Richard Madden.
The actor Cinderella.
Who plays Cinderella?
Cinderella is played by.
I know her name. I can't.
Yeah, I can see her face, and I think I said her name correctly. No, Lily James.
No idea.
That was very wrong. But yeah, no,
I saw an
that's
interview.
an alright movie.
I saw an interview on the Graham Norton show. Was the only reason why. And
I don't think I've actually watched that movie all the way through. Was it good?
I've never watched it, but I saw an interview of them talking about their costumes and how they had to hide because of how tight the pants were. Him talking about how torturous it was, and her talking about how tight they had to get the corset. I was like, good. I feel bad for women back then, man.
I've recently started watching Medici. I watched this a couple of weeks. I haven't followed up on any of the new episodes, but it's done. The lead performance is done by Richard Madden, and he plays like the Medici family. And the Medici family was pretty much like his father was like the Al Capone of like Rome.
Wow.
And so
does he play Italian?
Yeah, he plays Italian, and
he's got the dark hair for it.
He's got the it's actually pretty.
Every
good.
Italian on the face of this planet is gonna go. No, what we look like
tortellini. What the hell's wrong with me?
Tortellini. Tortellini was the same thing. Wow. Jimmy Carr has to say certain words to get into a certain accent. Yep. But what was I gonna say about? Richard Madsen in Bodyguard. They did a
such a good
talked about how many times he says madam.
Yeah.
And if you actually listen to from season 1 or episode 1 to episode 8, how different he says madam change. It sounded like he was saying a completely different word. Yeah.
Well, he's Irish, right?
Scottish.
Scottish? Because he has a very heavy accent when you listen to him.
He's Scottish. Yeah.
Okay.
I think he should have been casted as Robert the Bruce in that new movie that Chris Pine. Was in. Yeah.
I think Chris Pine did a good job. I think he fits in that.
I don't think
he
nailed the Scottish accent though.
Yeah.
There was times in that.
There's definitely times where it was like.
Was that called Outlaw? That movie was
Outlaw
called
King.
Outlaw King. Okay.
I started watching it in like 15 minutes.
Dude, visually, it is fantastic. Like color. Like the cinematography, it's one of the better films I've seen in a while. Like in the past 2 years or so, that stuck to a style and just nailed it. Because usually I get through a film and I've seen this before. I don't know what you guys think, but recently, let's see, it was about six weeks ago or something like that. I watched. Ghosts of Girlfriends Past. And
that sounds horrible.
It is the most chick flicky thing ever, but it's with I can't believe I'm about to do this. I'm embarrassed the crap out of myself, but all right. Matthew McConaughey. I literally had to do that to remember his name, but it's with Matthew McConaughey. And what I found interesting is that when it comes to certain cinematographers, they nailed like the style and the vibe of it, right? They nailed the vibe, but as soon as they started going back in time and they started doing some of the more faster shooting and so on, it fell apart. It completely fell apart, and it just felt like such a different movie. And I've noticed that there are certain action films that do the exact same thing when they try to be serious. Exactly, it's probably A unit and B unit difference, but it just. When a film does that for consistency, I've noticed it bothers me more now than it ever has.
Well, and this has nothing to relate with what you were just talking about, but talking about guys that I can only remember by certain scenes.
Yeah.
I'd actually donate money to if he actually put up like a campaign to do his own movie. The guy from Ant-Man, where he does like that talking. That was one of the best. Like I you have cutbacks like past memory and things like that and like back in that type of stuff. But like how they integrated his story or how he's talking his dialogue into like, well, I said this and like it's so good.
Michael Pena.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude. There was a thing where somebody had petitioned that he did a recap. They wanted to film him doing a recap of 2020.
Wow.
And have him do it in the same style as they did in Ant-Man. I mean, that honestly, I mean, it sets it apart. Like, Ant-Man nailed a genre they've never touched in, like, the Marvel industry, like, Marvel universe when it comes to humor. And
Paul Rudd, dude. Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd is.
He's just a good dude.
Dude, what's up? He's like like Tom Cruise, he never ages. The guy's like an immortal.
Well,
he looks
he
better
never
now
ages.
than he did when he was in his 20s.
Yeah, but the thing is, he never ages because they dye their hair. They've got everything out in LA. True. It's unbelievable to make you not look like your age.
Yeah, true.
I think. Well, there's some people that just age differently.
Depends on how you take care of yourself as well.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing to say about Tom Cruise.
Just look at James.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah,
Tom
he looks
Cruise.
14.
Who, James?
Yeah.
James, he looks 14, and
Well, he just turned what?
24?
25? Somewhere there.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, I think last year he was 28, and now he turned 27. So.
Well, we didn't go to Texas Roadhouse, so he didn't have 2 birthdays.
True. So
Yeah.
he's only 26.
Yeah.
Dang.
He's not even gonna listen to this podcast. He won't even know. Yeah, that's the only movie that I've watched in the last week, 2 weeks.
inside joke, he's in his 30s and he looks super young. We always bug him about his age.
Really great actor, and he seems to get like a lot of like right at end of teenage age movies, like 18-year-olds and stuff like that. He's pretty much the Joey of our modern era. But yeah, I mean, overall, when it comes to like the business and so on and so forth, what I've seen a lot of people have talked about as well. Just be patient for those that are listening, and especially those guys that are in the industry, and not those that just come on here to make fun of us. Which your comments are extremely hurtful, and I can't.
No, we need people to watch it before they comment.
Yeah. But just be patient. I mean, the industry is going to heat itself back up, and I know that once larger productions kick in, I mean, the entire industry is going to boom all over. I mean, content's at an all-time high. A lot of people have been stifled, I think, and all those creative juices have had zero places to go. I know a lot of guys are kicking back in to start doing their own projects, and I would highly suggest for you guys to do the exact same thing. It allows you to be a lot more creative without all the strings attached, and it's been fantastic for us to see a lot of these guys releasing projects that they themselves have shot with their friends and other cohorts when it comes to content. Yeah. I was gonna say comrades, but then I thought,
I have not heard that word since Pendragon.
Pendragon, yeah, dude, that's what I get. Go cohorts! Don't ever watch that movie, by the way.
They wouldn't even know what it is.
Yeah, true. They look it up online. They're like, "Oh my god, my eyes!" No, but just have faith, guys. No, I'm serious. It is like have faith because like things are gonna be perfectly fine. I know it's been a rough couple of months. I think by the end of the year we're gonna see Hallmark in full swing shooting their Christmas special movies, and whatever else. But when it comes to content, we will try and hopefully get some stuff out in the next couple of months. I know we've got some projects we're kind of low key working on that we'll hopefully shoot at some point, whenever that is. We'll hopefully stay in touch with you guys with some more stuff online
About content. The reason why we're still on the same, we all still sound the same. And last week we said, hey, listen, we got some new stuff coming in. Things gonna sound great. Well, it got a little delayed.
What there's been some. From what FedEx and UPS have been saying, there have been people seeing in the middle of the road.
I don't know what for.
Banging on the doors, dragging them out of the car. I don't know what that's all about.
It's a weird concept. I know it's hard to get your mind around that idea, but apparently it's about to prove a point. I guess I don't know. But again,
we don't care. It doesn't matter. The point is, no. But at some point we will have better gear.
Things are moving. Things are getting back to, I wouldn't say normal, but they're things need to be. I'm gonna get myself in trouble. All right, before we go any further, I'm going to end it there. Thank you guys for listening. If you've gotten this far, please check us out on YouTube. I think we're on Spotify, and I think we're on Anchor if you want to listen to the full podcast there.
Stitcher.
Yeah, exactly. I'm also uploading videos to YouTube, which is that's Brothers 3 Studios on YouTube. Look us up there. We've also got other content that we're going to be posting on there as well, breakdowns, things like that. So if you want to tune in and look at that type of stuff, check us out. Thank you, and we'll catch you next time.